show them or where the meter is or what part of the utilities they're from. It just says you use too much in your utilities, now you have to pay more. When we inquire as to where these new meters are that they say they are, I was on the phone and I can testify firsthand that you call the housing authority's number on this and they tell you, go to your elevator down the hall on the right. Well, this is Douglas Homes that we're standing here today. There are no elevators. There is no hallway. It's an outside public housing project. So we insist for clarity from the housing authority. We insist that they stop these demand letters of hundreds or thousands of dollars. They have outsourced the payment of these bills to a third party called Ambohai or something like that has nothing to do with the housing authority. And when we ask the housing authority to clarify the bills, sometimes they just make the numbers up. For example, Reverend Chambers here got a $500 bill, and then all of a sudden she received a $6 bill. No explanation, no statement. There was just no rhyme or reason for it. This is absolutely extreme. And the most extreme part of this is that the tenants are now being threatened with eviction and violations of their lease from the housing authority. This woman next to me here just got back from DC. Received an award. She received an award for her legacy, lifetime of work. I'm just going to mention one small part of that work here today, and that is that she marched with Martin Luther King in 1963 for the right to housing, for the right for everyone, no matter how poor you are, to have housing. And now the city of Baltimore, Housing Authority Baltimore City, is taking that right away. And we must stop this. We must stop this. So with all that said, I'm going to give the mic over to the legendary Reverend Andy Chambers.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank everybody for being out here and thank our supporters. We are really, really happy that you came out to support us. This is a great injustice done.
Hello, Kenya.
And if we don't fight now, I've been on the phone all, I guess, maybe 2 weeks now with lawyers. No way in your lease, no way in your lease does it say you have to pay utilities. That is a part of your rent. When you pay your rent, you have paid utilities. I also met with HUD even years ago, and that was already decided. But HUD sent in money to tenants. HUD would send in money for our utilities. Our utilities is already paid. Our utilities is already paid. We don't have no meters. They need to stop the lies. The investigators came. They got one big meter sitting on the outside of the box. That's it. For the development. All in that box is nothing but the circuit breakers, the flags and stuff inside. And the 1 meter sets on the outside. Go look for it. Look at it yourself. It's there. The lies, we have got to be able to stop them. They think they can rule us with fear. That's what it's all about. It's about fear. If you're poor, then, you know, it seems that everybody thinks they can trample on me. But I've been poor all my damn life. And ain't nobody never trampled on me. And ain't gonna start now. Nobody starts now. I'm 83 years old. I don't have nothing to fear now. So I know nobody's gonna trample over me. But we have to be able to stand up to them. You know, we have lawyers, public justice, the disability laws. We have lawyers that have come on board to help us. But we have to be willing to fight. Everybody get your bills together. Bring them together. We're going to have a meet. We'll have the bills in the meet. We're going to file an injunction against the housing authority. We're gonna fight so that we ready to go to vote. We ready. We ain't scared. We ready. Because they know that, that if we fight them, they don't have no legal leg to stand on. And for the people who got letters that were saying that if you didn't pay these bills, you would be evicted, that's the biggest lie ever told. I talked to her personally today, and they said, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's not in our lease, and we can't be evicted. But we're going to fight this, and so we need everybody to stand up, come along. We know everybody ain't gonna come, but we fight for y'all too. You're going to benefit no matter what. Because I'm going on record as saying Reverend Annie Chambers will not pay you one damn cent. I'm not going to pay you one damn cent. I'm going to fight. And I ain't been, they've been trying to put me out for years. So keep on trying. More power to you. Now we got public housing tenants that are here with their bills. If they want to come up and say something, come up now. Come up and say something. If you want to come up and say something, come up and say it. Because we cannot afford to pay these bills. We have other organizations here in. Okay, would you start at NBC? Oh, okay. Any tenants? Okay, then do some of the organizations. Some tenants, some of the senior tenants are still on the way.
Well, the first organization that helped us co-found this event today, help us sponsor this event today is Redeemers People's Progress.
Yeah.
You want to say a couple words?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Roger Evans. I'm a tenant organizer with the Redeemers People's Progress Party. We're a black, working-class led political party based in Baltimore, Maryland. We stand in solidarity with the tenants of Douglas Homes today. We understand the issues that they're going through are not isolated to here. They're all over the city. We talk to people everywhere. They tell you that the bills are too high, utilities are too high, rent is too high, everything's too high. So we stand in solidarity. We're willing to fight tooth and nail to make sure we get justice. Thank you.
All right.
Next organization that's here today we want to highlight is Baltimore Renters United.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Detrice Starridge. I'm with Baltimore Renters United. We stand in solidarity here with Reverend Annie Chambers and Douglas Home tenants. As some of you may be aware that AJBC tried this crap a couple of years ago, not particularly with the bills, but with just letting, alleging that tenants owe back rent and things like that. Their backlog was backed up, and they tried to put that on the tenants, which proved Baltimore Renters United was successful in getting a bunch of those cases dismissed. So we even urged AJBC to come and talk to the tenants, in which they refused. So that's why we're here standing in solidarity with Douglas Homes and urge that AJBC do the right thing and speak with tenants and do right by tenants, because we believe that housing is a human right.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you so much. The next organization that's here today that we want to highlight is People's Power Assembly.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sisters, brothers, siblings. My name is Carrington. I'm with the People's Power Assembly, and we stand in solidarity with the residents of Douglas Homes, the residents of Baltimore that are fighting these rising prices and utilities and rent and everything. We stand with the residents of Baltimore that are fighting the crippling of the public transportation and all public systems to help fund the police budget and the occupation of this city. We stand to help fight them against oppression, against the money that's being stolen out of their wallets, and to keep the money in their wallets. Power to the workers, power to the people, power to the residents of Baltimore. Thank you, and that's it.
All right.
Good afternoon, good evening. I didn't know I was going to make the speak today, but I will speak. I think they are trying to collect the veterans that they did not get during the pandemic in 2020. So a lot of people have popped in because of that, but they had a Zoom meeting, and a lot of people could not afford, to get on Zoom. Okay, my name is Diane Corbin, and I am a tenant here in Douglas Home.
Speaking to the mic.
I was saying that I believe that they're trying to recruit the electorate that they did not receive during the pandemic. And a lot of people, they had to come to me on Zoom, because I attended meetings on Zoom, but a lot of people here do not put in the internet, and they didn't know how to get on Zoom, so I don't think they did it right. They should have had a meeting after the pandemic, letting people know what was going to happen and everything like that. And it's not always, especially when you don't have a meeting, so residents can ask questions and stuff like that. And people have been getting high bills. One time we used to get bills every 6 months. Now it's every month. So I'm here standing with Ms. Chambers to help stop them for doing illegal stuff.
All right, all right.
I should point out that right before this press conference occurred, several of the letters, including General Lieutenants, including Reverend Chambers, got a letter from the Housing Authority imploring them not to come today to this press conference. So they are putting out pretty harsh tactics to try to get people to stop talking about it.
Show them that last gentleman. I got that straight. Nobody but me. They said if I help the press conference, I'm going to get evicted. They said, get the letter. Where that? Yeah. They helped send me a letter saying if I hold a press conference, I'm going to get evicted. But I wish they would try. Let them try. And I'm holding the press conference. This public has a notice. Yes, I'm holding the damn press conference. And try. I'm not going to go nowhere. This is my right. That I can stay. Get that, you got it out. Get it out, show it, answer the mayor, so everybody can see that if I hold a press conference, they're going to evict me. Well, I might hold one tomorrow morning all by myself. I might hold one tomorrow morning. Ain't going nowhere. And yes, I'm going to hold some more. And yes, we're having a meeting. We're getting it together right now. We have lawyers that's already come on board. Public justice have already come on board with us. Okay? Disability law center have already come on board. And we're going to have some more. And we're going to fight. Because this is within our rights. Okay, I didn't mean to cut in. Give me my next organization.
We have a couple of more organizations here that I want to recognize. We'd be remiss not to recognize the Baltimore Green Party is here.
Yes.
You want to say anything? Okay, go ahead. Just a quick word.
And you just said it, we need a third party. Where are your city council people today? Oh, they're in Las Vegas, sopping up the freebies. Sopping up all our tax money and all developer money. And this is bullshit. People should not have to go through this in the city of Baltimore. So it's time for the third party, time to break the machine, time to stand up the way Andy is doing. Thank you.
All right. All right.
Thank you, Bill. I should say we do have a couple tenants here that just don't want to go on mic at this point. So for those in the media, if you just stay, this will be over pretty shortly. Just stay for a moment. You can talk to those tenants one-on-one. They may ask you to black out their case or something like that. Okay. I also see the Baltimore Ethical Society is here. Would you like to make a statement?
I am Raven, also known as Bonnie Lane, with the Vice President of Baltimore Ethical Society, and also Vice President of Annie Chambers Organization. And if they come for her, we will shut it down.
Yeah.
We're not going to let these people be evicted. Injustice to one is injustice to all. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, I think that's it for the organizations that are here. And unless someone else wants to. Come on, Rabbit. Here we go.
Hi, my name's Clara. I'm an organizer with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. We also are here standing in solidarity with Reverend Annie Chambers and all the tenants who are going through this that they don't have to go through if we just had housing for all in the first place. And now we have housing, public housing that's supposed to be public housing is instead trying to be leveraged against people who need it. So we stand against that in solidarity.
Thank you. Any other organizations quickly here that'd like to make a statement? Quickly. Okay. With that being said, oh, all right. Come on.
I'm Richard Oakes. I'm with Peace Action Baltimore and Maryland Peace Action, and we support the tenants of Douglas Homes completely and totally. If they evict you, we're going to have to evict all of us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all so much for coming out. Let's give ourselves one big round of applause. This is really important that we did this today. Oh, I should say that we did have one person from City Hall reach out. The local city council person, Jermaine Jones, said he was going to reach out when he had time available. So we're looking forward to meeting with him. But nobody else from City Hall has reached out at this point. So at that point, we want to make sure that the media is available. If they want to talk to the tenants one-on-one, please just be respectful and mindful that they are in a precarious situation, and do your best to protect their identities if they request so. So at this point, we're going to close out, and if anyone wants to have a one-on-one conversation with any of the tenants, come on up. All right, thanks everyone so much for coming out here today. If anyone in the media needs to get in touch with our organization, let me give you a quick phone number if you want to write it down. It's in the press release that was sent out earlier. Do you all have that?
Yeah.
Okay, I think you guys are. All right, thanks again.
So yo, this ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? They got the meters. Each unit in the low rise housing is supposed to have their own individual electrical meter, not a meter for the entire building. That's being overcharged. It's being overcharged. You heard the people speak out. A lot of organizations here coming through, standing in solidarity with Reverend Chambers. So that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be the change.